Maxwell Starr's beer reviews. Tonight I am going to be a stereotypical Italian plumber and review Peroni Nastro Azzurro. Alright, I think it's enough of that. It's birra italiana originale. Tutti ingredienti naturali. Tradizione naturalita. Birra superiore. Okay, before I offend too many people, I'm looking at Peroni Nastro Azzurro, an Italian European pale lager from Rome, Italy. Let's see, there's not a whole lot left to read on the side of the bottle. It's 5.1% ABV. As for my Mario costume, yes, I have the hat. I would have worn the rest of the costume, but I can't find the overalls. Yeah, so this one here is good. Best before until July of 2012. And this says all natural ingredients, return empties. There's hardly any English on this bottle. Birra Peroni, 1846. So let's crack this open and take a look at it. Got a nice looking little cap on the top here. It says, whoa, Birra Peroni, 1846. Toss that in the pile here. And give it a pour. And I'm hoping that it's not too bad, but when I cracked open the bottle, it is a waft of skunk. Of course, some European lagers are like that anyway. There's a tiny amount of intentionally skunk beer, I think, in these, or just the typical hop aroma that goes in with that nice, clean drinking taste. Some of it's normal, but there's like a grainy sweetness and an herbal hop character. And that herbal hop character has a slight out of skunk on it. It's not bad though. It's not like it's off-putting at this point. It's after cracking open the beer and pouring the beer, enough of that skunkiness that you got in the smell of this beer has faded away into a nice herbal aroma. And it's mainly this grainy, pale malt, crystal malt sweetness. It smells like what you would expect from a European Euro lager, basically. Pale lager. There's almost like a slight mustiness to the smell as well. Almost to the point where it's cardboardy, but not quite. As for color, it poured out with a decent, like a 1 finger ahead or so. Clear white bubbles, medium size, and a very, very pale looking body. Like, that's really pale. That's incredibly pale. It's almost lighter than ginger ale pale. That's like when you compare this to other European pale lagers, that's, wow, that's almost like pastel white, yellow, you know, it's very, very bright straw color. Alright, let's get to the taste. Not what I would call the greatest beer in the world. It's a fair amount of herbal hop bitterness. A grainy, grassy sweetness. And a touch of lingering earthy bitterness that's almost metallic in a sense. It almost tastes like it's skunk in the flavor. At first I was getting a toasted grain aftertaste, but it's kind of faded out into this clean finish. The finish is also quite dry as well. It's not bad. And that earthy kind of aftertaste and the bitterness is kind of sweet. Like the sweetness and the flavor hits there. As far as it goes, though, there's almost no sweetness. There's almost no malt character. The front of the tongue, the flavor profile is blank. As it moves into the back of the palate, it leaves that earthy herbal bitterness, and that's it. Maybe it's a tad peppery as well. Probably more akin to a white pepper. Overall, it's not bad. Anyway, I'm going to sit down with this one for a bit, and I'll be back with some thoughts. Be right back. And then we're back with the Peroni. So what did I think? Mamma mia. Not exactly. To be totally honest, it's a beer. It's your standard European pale lager, and when it comes to that kind of beer, it's average. I guess you could say this is better than a lot of macro lagers out there, but I don't typically rate macro lagers really highly on this channel, if anyone hasn't noticed already. When it comes to this one, I think I'd rather have a Heineken over something like this. I would definitely have a Grolsch over something like this. It's in that same kind of vein where it's got that herbal hop kind of somewhat pseudo-skunky kind of flavor to it. But not to the offensive level. It's just something for taste. With a nice, clean finishing body. You know what? I'm going to give the same rating I gave the Heineken. If I post that review first, I don't know. I'm going to give this one a high 2.5 out of 5. Just because it's serviceable. And it's got a bit more depth of taste of flavor than you would normally find from your typical lager. But it's absolutely nothing incredible. It's nothing that, you know, makes me say, wow. It's nothing mind-blowing. It's nothing that's actually something surprising. Like, I was actually really surprised when I had a Grolsch and out of the swing top bottle and how good that was. It was just, this, I'll drink it. If somebody handed this to me at a party or something, I wouldn't be offended. I would drink this, and I'd probably also drink this alongside like a Stella or a Heineken, just because they're all really in that same kind of group, a European pale lager. But would I prefer to drink something like this? No, I can think of a lot of beers I'd rather have. Anyway, so I'm going to give this a high 2.5 out of 5. Thank you for watching a Maxwell Starr's beer review, and hope nobody's offended. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Mamma mia! What?